6:31, I'd like to call the town board meeting to order. Start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just to let the public know for the meeting, I have tabled the cyber insurance policy. I have to double check the numbers on that. So remove one item on the agenda. The next item, adoption of minutes. I know we probably can't adopt the July 18th.
I have to abstain, so you don't have enough, right?
But we didn't adopt the June minutes because you weren't here and Jeff was here. So can I get a motion to adopt the June 20th minute?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. We adopted the June minutes. Okay. Next item up, citizens' comments. Are there any citizens that would like to comment?
Plainville Road. So I can remember from last fall with the previous board, you made mention of the fact that the town employee handbook hadn't been revamped or gone through in 8 or 10 years or so, whatever it was. And so what I think happened is the board did have time to go through that employee handbook and revamp it or relook at stuff. Is that the case?
We have not yet.
You have not? Okay, so it's still, I think the last time that it was done was possibly 2012 then, so it's
2019 was when
2019.
the handbook was issued,
Okay.
and there was a slight revision in 2020.
Does the board know if there's any guidelines in that employee handbook that would make it against town policy for, say, a town employee or an elected official of the town to make condescending or disparaging or false remarks about another employee from the town? Is there language in the town handbook that says that that's against town policy?
I don't have the exact wording in the handbook. I believe there's a section where you're supposed to act, I would say, roughly on your best behavior. But that being said, people still have their right to freedom of speech.
And would that account for when they're on town property at work? Maybe it wouldn't account for when they're at home on their own time. But certainly at work, you wouldn't want them saying, negative or, lies about another employee or something like that, correct?
I would hope that doesn't
Okay.
happen.
And then,
Or in their official capacity.
and then, of course, it's easy to see that at the town board meetings, we have what I refer to as a thin-skin policy, whereby if you have a grievance and you're a taxpayer from the town, the board really kind of hasn't really formally come out and say, but they kind of discourage citizens from coming in and voicing their opinion, even if it's against the work environment created by a department head or an elected official or
Well, we're supposed to keep personnel issues out of the public part,
Okay.
but I would think personally you would probably hope that goes both ways, that someone standing up with their 5 minutes would
Okay.
be appropriate
So
to
that
people,
gets to
even
the
though they
point.
might not agree with how a department head or an elected official does their job.
I appreciate that. And to elaborate a little bit on that. So we don't want employees talking about each other at work in a negative way. We kind of don't want citizens coming in and shin kicking board members or department heads or things of that nature, and I can understand that. Do we have a mechanism that would protect the citizen, whereby the town employee or elected official is not spending their time on town property saying disparaging and negative things about a citizen to another town employee? So say one town employee has a conversation with an elected official on town property, and 100% of that conversation is solely kicking a citizen to the ground in a disparaging, negative, rush to judgment, condescending way. Is there any mechanism to prevent town employees from doing that?
Well, an employee, I would think that a citizen would bring their concerns to one of the elected officials, and the elected officials might have a conversation
Okay.
with the employee. As for an elected official,
To
they
me,
fall under a different set of guidelines.
yeah, so to me, I mean, I know we had a situation
You got 1 minute left.
maybe 11 years ago where a town employee during work hours was making statements or posts to a Facebook page while at work, and they were negative comments about a citizen and negative pictures about a citizen, but then that town employee made the claim that his Facebook page had been hacked, but the only negative stuff on the Facebook was information about one citizen. There wasn't a deletion of friends list. There wasn't posts about any other person or anything like that. So are there any kind of rules or mechanism to protect the citizens of our town from town employees while at work or while communicating with another employee while they're doing town work?
As I had said, you would hope the citizen, if this has happened, would come to myself or maybe the town.
Okay, so could I make an appointment to speak with you?
Sure.
Okay, appreciate your time.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to comment? Okay, none being seen, we'll end citizens' comments. On to town board comments. Start with Councilor Jurasik.
I cannot believe it's August already. Oh my goodness, so where's this summer going? No, I don't really have any. I'm appreciating everybody out in the audience today.
Mr. Warren, Councilor
Thank you
Warren.
for coming, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stick to the agenda.
Okay. Supervisor's comments. For those who might have noticed, we had a hit and run on one of our town signs out here out front last week. We're working to get that repaired. Unfortunately, we don't have anything good to go off of, but we will get it repaired, fixed up. Other items we have coming up, which I'll get to shortly here, is Radisson will be having their 50th anniversary this year. Their Founders Day is coming up August 10th, next weekend. And we've got a proclamation on the agenda tonight. 50 years, some of it's, 50 years we've got, as supervisor, you realize all the drainage swales and all the ditches that need to be cleared in the old section. And you realize how engineering has come a long ways in 50 years and how we take care of water. But it's a great community. I've been fortunate to live in Radisson on and off for 16 to 18 years here. And coming from the rural area of Lysander, most people would have been, the idea is most people wouldn't want to live there, but I really do like living there. I've lived in different parts of it, and it's great. The amenities we have in Radisson that are even open to the public. I see a lot of people come over and use the paths, play basketball. Some people, they got friends, they can play tennis. Pickleball seems to be a huge thing now. It's a great part of our community. We're glad to have it. The business part, but, a lot of great things. A lot of people see it coming into town. And, it's an excellent piece of our town over this course of time, over the time, and hopefully we got another 50 years. I don't know if Lynn will be there, or I. But thank you. And then supervisor's comments. On to department heads. Town attorney, Mr. Herkel.
Nothing at this time.
Mr. Supervisor, did you want to do the
Oh, we had it after department head
you would
reports.
do it afterwards? Okay.
Yeah.
I figured you were talking about it, so you were.
Oh, no, slide that in first. We don't have much left. Dina, do you have anything? Okay.
Hunting started today. We weren't as busy as I thought we would be. So hopefully we'll get a little more. I heard that Runnings is no longer selling hunting licenses, and I don't know about Walmart or not, and I don't know if Dick's is. So they just switched over to the plain paper, so I'm thinking that they didn't sign a new agreement with the DEC to do that. So I think as we get toward September a little more, we might be busier, so, that'd be good for us, though.
Okay. And it is different. the way
It's
you're-
different.
It's on plain
definitely-
paper. You don't have
and
to
it's-
laminate it.
It's now 3 pages. So you get your license on the front page, and then the second page are all of your DOE tags, and then the third page is a receipt. So it's just going to take some getting used to, I think.
Okay, thank you. The next item I have is the proclamation for Radisson's 50th anniversary. I'm going to read this, so this will be the longest part of the meeting. Town of Lysander proclamation, Radisson Community 50th anniversary. Whereas the neighborhood of Radisson in the town of Lysander, New York, remains one of the most vibrant and viable areas of our Empire State, mainly because of the dedicated residents who remain involved in its community. And whereas, covering an area of more than 4.5 square miles, Radisson is located 12 miles northwest of Syracuse and 1 mile east of Baldwinsville, New York. It's bounded on the east by the Seneca River, on the north and west by New York State Wildlife Management Area, and on the south by New York State Route 31. Whereas, the name Radisson is derived from a mid-17th century French explorer of the Syracuse area, Pierre Esprit Radisson. He was also a co-founder of the Hudson Bay Company, and whereas the site was purchased in 1969 by New York State Urban Development Corporation, which was Radisson's developer at the time. Previous owners include the Astor Estate of England, the United States government, which used the area as a site for World War II ordnance works. And whereas among the special services that Radisson provides for its residents and for which it is especially known are the Reflections Community Newsletter, Yard Waste Collection, Nursery School, aquatics and swimming lessons, summer concerts, special events for seniors, youth, and children, and sponsorship of a scout program. Whereas Radisson offers many recreational activities for its members. Aspen House Community Center, Oberon Pool, River Park with boat ramp and kayak launch, tennis courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts, neighborhood parks, baseball fields, soccer fields, playgrounds and tot lots, lakes, community gardens, 13 miles of walkways, numerous open spaces, and whereas Radisson offers community apartment complexes with a variety of features for a wide range of residents. Amesbury Place, Aspen Springs Apartments, Center Point at Radisson, Drumlin Heights, Glacier Ridge, Greenway, River Knoll, Silverwood, The Meadows, and Woodsboro. And whereas Radisson maintains corporate park businesses, Agrana, Ainsley Superior Warehouse, Anheuser-Busch Brewery, Anheuser-Busch Credit Union, Animal Ark Veterinary Hospital and Kennel, B&C Self-Storage, BACO Controls, Baldwinsville PAC-B, Baldwinsville Volunteer Center, Baldwinsville Central School District Transportation Center, Belgium Cold Springs Fire Department, Bella Casa Builders by El Barici, McLean Northeast, NBT of Baldwinsville, New York State Police, Paperworks Industries, Park Terrace at Radisson Assisted Living, Plumley Engineering, Potter's Pub, Psychological Healthcare PLLC, Radisson Greens Golf Course, Sheriff's Mini Station, Struts Express, and Sunshine Ice Cream, which tends to be one of my favorites. And whereas the Radisson Community Association is a not-for-profit corporation formed for the primary purpose of promoting the health, safety, welfare, education, recreation, and cultural enrichment of owners, members, and residents of Radisson. The RCA is obligated to preserve, protect, and enhance certain lands and facilities set aside for the common use and enjoyment of the owners, members, and residents of the community by use of common property. And whereas the RCA also operates and maintains various community facilities, recreational amenities, services, and programs that help define the Radisson community. And whereas the RCA is governed by an elected board of directors whose primary role is to establish policies and include a full-time professional staff to carry out these policies, manage the day-to-day operations and affairs of the corporation, including volunteer committees, which are also an integral part of the RCA and assist the board. Now therefore, I, Kevin Road, Supervisor of the Town of Lysander, along with the Lysander Town Board, do hereby proclaim August 1st, 2024 to be Radisson Community Recognition Day in the Town of Lysander. So that being said, Dina had a plaque made up with the proclamation on it. So if Ms. Tanner and Ms. Rosenthal would come up here and accept the proclamation. I didn't tell you you'd have to get up here, did I?
I thought I was taking pictures.
Oh! Thank you.
Cameras everywhere.
Thank you, Lynn,
Thank
for
you.
all your years of service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lynn, for signing. Okay, now on to the regular agenda items. As I said, we're going to table motion A. Motion B, I'd like to get a motion to modify the pay for the GEMS Plus instructors, Ronnie Doder and Leslie Carter, to $46 per hour. Original motion had the wrong pay stated at $45.
I'll move that.
I will second that.
Any discussion? As I had stated, the pay was incorrect on the first motion, so we corrected it here. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. That's it. We don't have a need for an executive session. I'd like to get a motion to end the meeting at 6:48 PM.
I will move that.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's over. We'll see everybody on the 15th. Thank you.
Goodness.